Hi everyone, it's Sogami here, and today I'm going to be ranking every single My Little Pony Equestria Girls song. For this ranking, I only had 2 rules going in. They had to be featured in the original My Little Pony Equestria Girls movies quadrilogy, tetralogy. Apparently it can go by either of those names, but the original 4 movies being Equestria Girls, Rainbow Rocks, The Friendship Games, and The Legend of Everfree. And my second rule was that they also had to be featured on the soundtrack of said movies. And that is why if you do have a song that you really liked, but it wasn't featured in the movies and in the soundtrack, it isn't in this list. If you all would like me to go back and rank all of the songs from the shorts that weren't included in the movies, I would love to do that. I also have a few channel announcements before starting this ranking. So if you would like to just skip straight to the ranking, go to this timestamp right here, and feel free to skip these channel announcements. But for the ones who stayed, I am going to be starting weekly uploads every Wednesday, and trying to also get a video out every Saturday. This is all thanks to everybody that has supported me's wonderful support, because the resounding success of my last video really got me in the mood to put on more videos and try to do weekly uploads other than taking a 7th-month break like I did last time with my last video. But thank you all to all the people that have supported me, and if this is your first time watching, thank you so much for tuning into this video and clicking on my video. Let's get to the number 26 spot on our ranking and last place. Although Hope Shines Eternal is last place on my ranking, I do not think it is a bad song. I don't think My Little Pony Equestria Girls has any bad songs. In fact, I grew up with this series. I watched it back when it was first coming out, and I really loved these movies. So I truly do not think it has a single bad song. I do just think it has forgettable songs. And this is one of those forgettable ones. Sadly, the end credits songs aren't super memorable, nor are they better than decent. So sadly, the 4 end credit songs do take the last 4 slots of this list. I won't tell you which ones yet because, of course, I want you to watch this video. This song really does nothing for me. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't feel anything good towards it, so it's just kind of a nothing song for me. So I feel like this is about where it should be. Like, I'm not saying I hate this song by any means, I'm just saying it's probably the most forgettable song in the entire franchise. And now on to 25th place. Right there in front of me is another forgettable end credit song. I truly have nothing to say for or against this song, and that's why it's all the way down here. It sadly just slipped through the cracks for me. I don't think any of these end credit songs are memorable in any sort of way. Like, sadly, the only thing I remember about them is that they're the end credit songs for these movies. That's the only thing I remember about them. And now on to number 24. And number 24 is another end credit song. I do like it slightly more than the other 2, but it's just slightly. I truly have nothing to say for this, other than I put the links to watch these movies in the description below, because I forgot to mention that in the intro. So if you want to go watch these movies before we get to the actual interesting songs, go watch them, please. Huge spoiler warning for all 4 of these movies. Sorry I forgot to say it at the beginning. Go watch the movies. Now on to number 23.
Shine like rainbow. Shine like rainbow.
Shine Like Rainbows takes our 23rd spot on the list. I actually have something interesting to say about this credit song, because it actually does have a performance a part of it, although you can't see it in the little clip, which is why you should go watch the movies for yourself if you haven't. It does have a fun little performance, and that's the only reason it's at the top of this credit song list here. But starting from here on out, we have the actual interesting songs, so let's go on to number 22. Although I said interesting songs are next, our 22nd spot is taken by Legend You Are Meant to Be. And this song is just a montage song. That's more interesting than credits. I can say something good about it though. I think it's a good song. I like the little performance that's sprinkled out through it, although it's just the same 3 clips. Don't get me wrong. I love these movies. I grew up with these movies. I watch these movies all the time. This is not these movies at their best. I will say Legend of Everfree probably has the worst overall songs. Although it has some bangers, it doesn't have overall that good of songs. Now let's go to number 21. Opening Titles Remix takes our 21st spot in this list, and I don't have much to say about it, sadly. I do think it's a fine enough intro song. It's fitting for the first Equestria Girls movie to just have the remixed intro of the original show. But sadly, it's also, why would I listen to this one over the original? I will say, I can see every single entry on this list being someone's favorite song. If I've dissed your favorite song so far, I am sorry, but it's just a lot of these are not very interesting to me, and I don't have a ton to say about a lot of them. And sadly, this is one of those. I have seen some defenders of this song, and I will say it's a good song. It just doesn't do much for me. And now on to number 20. In 20th place is Time to Come Together. And this is another montage song. I think it's fine. I will say I honestly forgot this song existed. When I was looking through the soundtrack and getting clips, I was like, what is this song? I don't remember a song called Time to Get Together. And of course that's because it's a cleaning montage song. I will say it's okay. And once I remembered what it was, it did remind me, if any of you know that My Little Pony app, the one where you would like make your own like My Little Pony village. I do remember there being like an Equestria Girls mini game in that game, and it was like a rhythm mini game. And one of the songs that you could dance to is this one, because for some reason they only did songs from the first movie, even though the second movie I'm pretty sure was out by the time this game was coming out. But I digress. I do remember this song being a part of that, even though I don't remember liking dancing to it that much. This is sadly just a forgettable montage song. And now on to 19th place. In 19th place, I have put Legend of Everfree, the intro song to The Legend of Everfree. I do think this song is good. I actually originally had it higher, but I decided to put it lower because I realized I didn't like it as much as I thought. I think it's okay. I think it's a fine enough song, but I do think other songs did more and had some more plot relevance. But I mean, other than that, it's a fine intro song. It doesn't really do much else. I wouldn't really listen to it on my own time. And now on to 18th place. Embrace the Magic takes my 18th place spot in this list. And sadly, I do have to say, this song is a little bit tainted for me because back in the day, when I was a kid, when these movies were first coming out, I remember there were these series of videos called Cinema Sins. And it was basically just cinema sins, but for My Little Pony stuff. This was one of the ones that I really enjoyed watching because it was funny. Cinema Sins, it used to be funny. Not anymore. Sorry, I didn't mean to diss on Cinema Sins like that, but it has kind of ruined a whole generation of critiquing movies. But one of the things that I do remember about Cinema Sins video was them mentioning that she had a completely different voice while she was singing. Like, it goes from her regular voice to a completely different singer. And I didn't notice that when I was watching it as a kid, but after they pointed it out, I could never get it out of my head. And so that has unfortunately tainted this song for me forever. Like, this is a good song, and it's very plot relevant to this movie. Just sadly, it has forever been tainted for me, and I can't enjoy it as much as I think I could if I didn't get it tainted by a YouTube video. And now on to 17th place.
And these friends mustn't see the midnight in me.
For these next three songs, they were very, very close in ranking, and I think they're all about at the same level for me, but in 18th place is The Midnight in Me. Now, I don't think this is a bad song. I have my complaints about the whole sci-fi plot and Midnight Sparkle. I don't think they handled it very well. I think Sunset Shimmer is a great example of a villain who was able to turn into one of the good guys, and it showed her struggle with trying to fit in during Rainbow Rocks. And I think they could have done the same thing during The Legend of Everfree, but I never felt like they did it as well. I really like how they handled Sunset Shimmer's development during Rainbow Rocks. I'm not a super huge fan of how they handled Sidetwi's development. Like, I don't really like how they did her. I think she could have had a lot more characterization. She basically used a ton of her powers, fought her demons, and then was a master in her powers. And it's like, I don't like how they handled it. I don't think it was handled super well, and that's what holds this song back for me. Now let's go to 17th.
I know there's more that's out there, another me I haven't met.
In 16th place is What More Is Out There. I don't particularly care for this song. I think it's fine. I think it's a decent I Want song for Sci-Twi. I just don't really care for it. I think it's good. The only reason I remember it is because the Equestria Girls movies used to have these animated bloopers. So I used to watch those all the time because, again, I loved these movies. In one of the bloopers for the friendship games, it has Sci-Twi singing. It's like the part where it's like spinning around her and she like falls over and trips. And that's like the only reason I remember this song. Other than that, the song is fine, it's decent, but it's just nothing to me. And now let's go to 15th place.
This is our big night. This is our big night.
This Is Our Big Night takes 15th place, and this is honestly very sad for me. I really, really like this song. I can't put it any higher than 15th because it is a glorified montage song, and sadly, I don't think it could go much higher. I don't think the song carries it enough to go higher than 15th place. I think it's a great song. I can't put it any higher than 15th in good conscience. Again, this is an amazing song. I can see people really liking it being their favorite song, but really liking it doesn't make up for the fact that it is just a montage song. And now let's go on to 14th place.
All the way to the friendship game. Na 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 na, oh, na na, let's go.
In 14th place is The Friendship Games. Now this is a really, really good intro song that does a really good job of showing us what we're in store for. And that's the number one thing an intro song can do. Other than that, I can't say much because it's not a performance, it doesn't have plot importance, but it is still really good and I listen to it all the time. That's why it gets in this place. And now, on to 13th place.
As we learn how the rainbow rocks.
In 13th place, I have put Rainbow Rocks. All of the things I said for the friendship games can be said for this, except I just like the song a little bit more, and I listen to it a little more often. I think it's a great intro song, it's fun, it retells the story of the last movie, that's why it's 13th place. And now on to 12th.
You can feel it. We are back, and I'm so glad that we're better than ever.
In 12th place is Better Than Ever. Now, this song is good. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great intro song to show how the school has changed from the events of the last movie and how everyone is closer and better than ever. Sadly, I don't think it's too memorable. In the sea of Rainbow Rocks, which has amazing songs and an amazing full soundtrack, I just think it gets lost in the weeds. And I do think it's good, I just don't think it's as memorable as other Rainbow Rocks songs and other good songs from the other movies. So that's why this takes 12th place. And now on to 11th.
You better believe I got tricks up my sleeve. See me dominate, 'cause
Tricks Up My Sleeve takes 11th place on this list. And that's not because it's not an amazing song. It is. I actually listen to it all the time. Sadly, it takes up so little time in the movie. I think at max we only get like 30 seconds of it. And it's just such a shame because it's a really, really good song. And if you haven't, I suggest going and listening to the actual soundtrack version of this because it's really good. But sadly, my love for this song cannot take it all the way, even into the top 10. Sadly, this gets 11th. I wish I could put it higher, but it's just way too short in the movie to put any higher. But speaking of top 10, let's go into it, shall we?
Shake your tail, 'cause we're here to have a party tonight.
For my first song in the top 10 of this list, 10th place goes to Shake Your Tail. Now, I know this may seem a little weird to be put here, but I do have my reasons. Now, I do like this song less than Tricks Up My Sleeve, but I think this song is really enjoyable and it's really plot relevant. So I think those two factors really do help bump it up because it is a good song and it's really plot relevant. That's why it's 10th place on the list. Now, I don't like it enough to bump it up higher, but I do think it deserves to be 10th place. Now on to 9th. The CHS Rally song takes 9th place on this list. I do see people being a little taken aback by this being so high, but I will say I really enjoy this song. And it is pretty plot relevant considering it shows us that the girls can pony up without their music, just expressing their element of harmony. So, of course, this is really important in that regard. I really enjoy it. I think it's about in the same realm as Shake Your Tail, where it's a good song, but I don't listen to it super often, and it's not one of my favorite songs, so I don't think it can go much higher than 9th place, but I do think 9th place is a fine place for it. Now let's go to 8th place. The highest placing spot from the original Equestria Girls movie, surprising absolutely no one, is Equestria Girls / Cafeteria Song at 8th place. Now, I do see a lot of people putting this a couple places higher on the list, maybe even first. But for me, I don't think this song is the best of the best from the Equestria Girls movies. I think this is a great song, I just don't think it is stellar 10 out of 10 in every regard. It's still an amazing song, amazing enough to get 8th place, and I do think it's really, really good, and of course it's really plot important. All of that got in 8th place. So, let's go to 7th. You've got nothing on us, let's go, wonderful. In 7th place, I have put Akadeka. I think this is a really, really good song. It really shows the rivalry between the two high schools, being Crystal Prep and Canterlot, of course. But I didn't put it any higher than 7th place because it is sort of a montage song. Of course, the montage is still really important to the plot. I do just think it is still a montage song. And even though it's really good, I do think it could have been better. And that's the only reason why it's in 7th place, which is still really good out of 26 songs. So, let's go to 6th.
I'm awesome, take caution, watch out for me, I'm awesome as I wanna be.
In 6th place, I have put Awesome As I Wanna Be. Now, this is a super fun song, it's super plot important, and the one thing holding it back from being in the top 5 is that it's just too short in the movie. Like I said with Tricks Up My Sleeve, if you have the time, please go listen to the full versions of these two songs because they are so good and the movie didn't do them enough justice. I will say, it still got 6th place, which is amazing. I really enjoy this song, it's really good. I just think if it showed more in the movie, I could have put it higher. But it didn't. It got cut off. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Now let's go to our first in the top 5, being 5th place.
You want to win it? Let's have a battle of the bands.
Battle of the Bands takes my 5th slot. I really, really like this song. I just think is the most forgettable one out of all of the Dazzling songs. Now, I can see this being somebody's favorite. It's just personally not mine. I still think it's really good. That's why it's 5th place. I just think it's the most forgettable out of the 3 of them, and that means that it gets 5th place. I really enjoy the Dazzlings, as you'll see, as I'm sure everybody does. To the surprise of no one, all 3 of the Dazzling songs are in the top 5. But I really enjoyed this song, and it's literally just the lowest here in the top 5 because I do think it could have been more memorable. But other than that, it's like a 9 out of 10. And now on to number 4. The highest placing Legend of Everfree song in this list is 4th place with We Will Stand Forever Free. I will say this may be a little controversial, but I really enjoy this song as well as the character of Gloriosa Daisy. I think she really carries the Legend of Everfree movie. This is here because it's amazing, it's really plot relevant, and My Little Pony knows how to make their villain songs. They cook when it comes to villain songs. If you've been paying attention, this isn't a spoiler, but spoiler for the list, all 5 of the top 5 are villain songs. Because of course they are. Like, MLP knows to cook when it comes to villain songs. And I will say this is probably one of their best. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. I don't even know if this is controversial. I've never seen anybody else rank all of these. And let's go to 3rd place. Starting our top 3 in number 3 is Welcome to the Show. I do think this one easily could have taken the 1st slot if circumstances were different. Now the soundtrack only counts this as one song, so that includes when the Rainbooms battle with the Dazzlings and Sunset Shimmer's part. Now sadly, although those parts are great, I do think it drags this down. I think it could have easily been number 1 if it was just the Dazzlings part. But the whole Rainbooms and Sunset Shimmer part do drag it down. Even though I do love Sunset Shimmer's character development and arc and the whole thing, I will say it does drag it down a bit. And that's what puts it in 3rd place. Although I do think it could have gotten 1st place, I put it in 3rd place because the rest drags it down, but it is still an amazing 10 out of 10 song. Now on to 2nd place. In 2nd place, my highest scoring friendship game song, to the surprise of absolutely no one, is Unleash the Magic. This song is easily a 10 out of 10, like 100% amazing. Sadly, it just didn't get number 1 because there's just one song that I think is better than it. Although this song is amazing, I listen to it all the time. I don't think it could have done a single thing better. I do think number 1 beats it out, just by a little bit. So, why don't we go see number 1?
Oh, now that you're under our spell.
In number 1, the highest scoring song out of the entire list and also for Rainbow Rocks is Under Our Spell. To the surprise of no one, a Dazzling song came in number 1. Because they carried the whole franchise right on their backs and they threw them out, got rid of them. Although they did bring them back for one of the shorts. Again, if you want me to rank those songs, leave it in the comments below. And like the video. But I do think this song gets number 1 because out of all the Dazzling songs, I do think this one is the best, the most memorable, my favorite, and just overall number 1 in the list. I do see this list going many other ways. If you want to put your rankings down in the comments below, go ahead, feel free to do so. And let's head in with Still in the outro. Thank you all so much for watching till the end. If you stay till the end, it means you probably like this video and like my content, so feel free to like and subscribe. But if you don't, no harm. If you come back though, I will earn it in the next video. And thank you so much for watching. I will be trying to upload weekly from now on. So hopefully that goes well. Fingers crossed that it goes well. And I'll see you guys maybe on Saturday, maybe next Wednesday. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day, or night, or morning. Bye bye!